Thanks for stopping on our channel, which is dedicated to central heating. And as you can see, I've been doing this a long time. Whether you install or you have heating, hopefully my videos will make a difference, but please leave me a comment in the section below. Lights, action, camera, let's begin. Many manufacturers of Combi boilers will make three models. The basic one, sometimes known as contract, a mid-range one, which is the most popular seller, and an executive version. Have a look at which model you've got in the installation manual or the user guide to see if you have a feature called preheat. So let me explain. This plate-to-plate heat exchanger will naturally cool down in the off period. And what preheat does is that the boiler will fire up from time to time to top the temperature up in here to about 55 degrees. And that saves a huge amount of fuel, because it means that when you turn the tap on and this boiler is miles away down the end of the house or in the loft or next door's garage, you'll get hot water much sooner with preheat on than preheat off. And on this model, and it could apply to your make and model, I'll show you how it's done. Now here we've got our display, and we've got our red light to explain that yes, F22, we've got no water, we know that. Let's move on. Have a look at the dials on your boiler, see if they're not right up to the top. The highest setting for hot water is normally 60. Well, try turning it down to 55 or even 50. The closer the boiler is to your taps, the lower the temperature can be, and that's it, and that saves money. You don't need scalding water all the year round. The same thing on the heating. We can see here it's on maximum. Perhaps that could be 75 or 80 degrees, which is a ridiculous waste, because most systems can survive on 70 or even 65. And that's unacceptable in this day and age. Well, let's go back to preheat. How you do it on this model, and also have a look in your manual. It's the installation and servicing, or ask your installer or the boiler manufacturer, do I have preheat? And if the boiler is miles away from the taps, you want to switch it on. If it's nearer to the taps, within about 5 meters, you want to switch it off. So here we are on this one, it's dead easy. All we're going to do is turn the dial to maximum, and you can see the green lights come on, preheat, and then we turn it back down to, this will normally show 55 degrees, 60, whatever. We want 55. And now the boiler's going to fire up 24 hours of the day just to top up that plate-to-plate heat exchanger we've just seen. And that saves an awful lot of wastage of water and gas, and especially if you're on LPG, and this boiler again is miles away from the taps. So having a preheat on can save money. To cancel it, it's the same again. All we do is just turn it down to the end, couple of seconds, bring it back down to 55, and it's just now going to fire up every single time the tap is turned on. Your boiler may have these knobs that you need to press, etc. So that's a little bit more complicated. And as you can see here, we've got the same error code, we've got no water. So we'll ignore that. What you need to do is to contact either the installer or just have a look here and they give you the answer. And if we just zoom into that, it'll tell us, refer to the user guide for further details and display information. So maybe the installer can say you need preheat because your boiler is miles away, or you don't need it in this particular situation. If you can't get hold of the installer because he's away, whatever reason, phone the manufacturer and say, I've got this model, do I need preheat? The boiler is located there and my taps are over here. And if I have preheat, how do I switch it on and off? Here's a good example of a Wiesmann boiler or any boiler that somebody's left the thermostats on the maximum setting. And what this manufacturer has done is they've given us a full stop as their recommended maximum setting and most economical. So we simply turn it to that dial, and leave it alone. Let the boiler do its efficiency, and that's what we want. And our final example is here on this Worcester Bosch. Again, somebody's left it on the maximum, which means this boiler is overworking. And if we turn the dial down, you'll see and hear a click. Put it to the end, and this is their most economical setting. So just see where yours is. If you find that the hot water is too hot, then maybe turn it down to 4. See how that suits you, especially in the summertime. We don't need 60 degrees in July. It's a waste of time and a waste of money. So just use the controller on this, and the same on heating. Maybe we don't want that maximum heating to be there. The room thermostat is the fine tuner, but the boiler is the governor. So that makes sure you want the maximum heating temperature to be around 65, 70 tops, and then the return temperature should be 20 degrees below that, 50, and that's on a condensing boiler, saving an awful lot of money and increasing the efficiency of the appliance.